Glenn, what are some tips for selling waterfront properties on Long Island? Some tips for selling waterfront properties. I don't know. The biggest tip I'd say is to have an elevation certificate handy, because the main difference between a waterfront property and a property that's not on the water is the fact that the buyer is going to require flood insurance, right? So that's going to be an additional cost to them. So an elevation certificate may be able to mitigate the amount of flood insurance that the buyer has to pay. So the damn sure will do is show the buyer absolute bare minimum that they'd be responsible for. They wouldn't just be relying on the seller's existing flood insurance quote. They would actually know exactly what the bare minimum is that they would have to pay, so they can do their own due diligence and get the best deal possible. So tip for selling a waterfront property on Long Island is to get an elevation certificate, or to find your old elevation certificate from your survey when you bought the house, or get a survey with an elevation cert, so you can have the greatest chance of selling for the most amount of money.